Now let's talk about today's situation. We'll tell you the story of corona riots in Europe. Why richest and most educated people of Europe turning into creepy and scary people. Namaste, hello, my name is Sen. You're watching Reaction Tube. Let's look at some data first. On 22nd of November, more than 23,000 new cases registered in Netherlands. Obviously, government came into action and they forced 3 weeks of partial lockdown and other bans. As a result, people started riots. Just look at this. Just yesterday on Sunday, what happened?
Well, shifting focus, let's talk about the COVID-19 curves in Netherlands that have now turned violent in several parts of the country. Mob is setting cars on fire, clashing with cops in protests against COVID restrictions. Here's what happened.
Riots broke out in cities across the Netherlands for a third night in a row on Sunday. Police mounted on horseback clashed with mobs of angry protesters who set fires and threw rocks in response to the country's latest COVID-19 restrictions.
Riots are everywhere in Netherlands, Hague, Rotterdam and other cities. Demonstrations started with the slogan and then it went up to the arson and ended up having petrol bomb throwing on the police. Now that was about Netherlands. Now let's talk about Belgium. Belgium is a really small country, but in just last 24 hours, there are more than 14,000 new corona cases registered in Belgium. Earlier that in Belgium, there is COVID pass system was going on. What is COVID pass? COVID pass means the pass is given in the basis of vaccination and recovery status. If you want to go to the public places, you have to show that pass. But in just last 24 hours, cases increased. So government has to impose the lockdown and people didn't like it. And that's why more than 35,000 protesters gathered in capital city Brussels. And because they are against COVID restriction, they did not wear mask. And because of that, again, friction happened between police and protesters. And there's the slogans, there's arson, bomb thrown, lot of riots are going on. We heard two examples of Europe. Now let's have third example. It's about Austria. Here also in Austria, in last 24 hours, more than 14,000 new corona cases found. Before this, Austria has unique kind of corona restrictions. Those who are vaccinated, they can go out. If you are not vaccinated, you cannot go out. That was the restriction before. But because of increasing so many cases, now all the rules are for everyone. All the restrictions are for every population. If you are vaccinated, if you are not vaccinated, you have to go through the restrictions. Austria government is making new law regarding corona restrictions, and that would apply from February 2022. And according to those laws, you have to get vaccination. If you are not vaccinated, you will have to pay fine. If you will not pay fine, you might have to go even jail. So obviously, nobody would like to have this kind of dictatorship. And that's why, again, riots has started. And Austria would be first country in Europe to imply this kind of law in whole Europe. And that is why in Vienna, capital city of Austria, so many people gathered and again riots happened. And government giving excuse that we do not want fifth wave of corona in the country. As far as protest, riots, violent clashes concerned, it's not just limited to these three countries. France, Italy, Denmark, Croatia and all the country of Europe has same feeling of discontent. If we talk about Germany, on 21st November, protesters burnt 2 corona test centers. From Britain also we are having news that there are 40,000 new cases found. And there is a feeling of protest again. When I was searching about this, I got question why they are doing it. Europe neither lacks of money, technology nor vaccination. Then why they are doing this? What is the reason? There are three big reasons behind this. First reason, right of freedom. Protesters are saying that government is violating their personal life, their privacy. To have vaccination or not, it should be their own personal choice. Government cannot force them to take vaccine. Second reason, fear. The fear of get evicted from their normal life. In first two waves of corona, when the market opened after first two waves of corona, new business came, new opportunity of employment came out, the economy got boost. So people have fear that if the restrictions are again strict, if we cannot go out, the fear of not having life essential things is there. And that will bring down them as a family and also the economy of country. The third reason, conspiracy theory. It's been around 2 years of corona, but the rumors are not coming to an end. The large section of the population thinks that it's a conspiracy of some countries. In many places, people still believes in sorcery. What is sorcery? It means black magic. Now people will think Europe and black magic, most educated people. But yes, my friend, you heard it right. In Europe also, people believe in black magic like voodoo and all, and they think if we do those kind of rituals, corona will not affect us or our family. And another big fear is that they believe that they are going to put some microchips in their body to control them. Rather than having vaccine, they are believing in those kind of things. So these are the three main reasons people are not getting vaccine in Europe. People are not taking vaccine. Instead, they are saying that government has to invest more in healthcare facilities. But experts are saying it's not possible. First reason, the scope of the corona is not limited. We have seen effect of corona in every age group. Youngsters, small kids, elders, everyone is catching by coronavirus. So the scope is not limited. And the second reason is healthcare is not just about erecting buildings, making big hospitals. To do that, we need trained doctors, nurses, technicians, and these requirements cannot fulfill in overnight. For that, we need time, and that's why vaccination is only option now. WHO Regional Director Hans Kluge said, more than 100,000 people will die until February 2022. And he said one more important thing. Vaccination is important or not, that talk is gone. Vaccination is the last option now. These rules must be not seen as restriction on freedom, but it should be seen as ways of preserve our freedom. So this was about corona and right situation in Europe. I'm not going to say that you have to take vaccine or not. It's up to you. It's your choice. But I would say if you take vaccine and you can preserve another's life, you have to think about it. Nobody wants to spread their disease to another, right? Please comment me below that if you are vaccinated or not. What do you think about vaccination? And what kind of rumors you heard about the vaccination? This is Sen from Reaction Dude. Thank you so much.